save button. Once you enter on the save button, all these entries will be saved. I'll show an example and just save for your reference. Once I click on the save button, see a pop-up comes that sediment summary has been saved successfully. I'll again show you. It shows me that sediment summary has been saved. Now, once you have saved this, you can also download this Excel, in Excel format for your reference as well. That whatever entries that you've already done out here in WIMS, that is for your reference as well. So once I click on this particular Excel tab, this will be downloaded. And you can keep it for your further records as well. Now see, I have only entered for those, I have only entered for 2 observations. So I'm getting only those 2 observations. Once you enter all those observations, all the entire month, you'll be getting the values for all the entire month, and that will be saved automatically. Now, as I was telling earlier, if RL of 0 gauge is not there, let's take an example for a particular session for which the RL of 0 gauge, for example, say is not there. We'll follow our presentation only. This is what I have told in my practical website itself. Now this is how I was showing how will RL of 0 gauge show up if you have not entered the RL of 0 gauge value out here. Now if I take this similar example only, for example, I take this particular example. Now if you see, the RL of 0 gauge has not been entered for this particular station. So it gave me a pop-up. I'll show it again. Once I click on this, on the top right, if you see, reduce level do not exit. You must create reduce level for this particular station. So first you need to enter a reduce RL of 0 gauge of this particular station. Only then will you be able to enter the observations for that particular month. So for this particular thing, you first have to go, let's go to the home page first. Then you have to go to network monitoring management. On the left, you'll have to go on this third tab out here, that is network monitoring management. Once you click on this tab, all these tab will come up and you have to click on reduce level of the gauge. As you can see, my cursor is there. Once you click on this, you have an option to select your station code. So first you have to select the station code. For example, I take this particular station. The station code is, for example, 002. The local river, if I want to add, for example, Ganga. The division, Upper Godavari, whatever you want to add. The subdivision can also be added out here. The start date from which you want to enter the date, the RL of 0 gauge value from. For example, I'm taking it from November. And this is the start date. Say from 1st November. And the end date, you can, whatever date you want to enter. For example, I'm taking it as 1st December. And I want to add. Now, this kind of a form page will open up. Again, I have to enter the station code first. For example, I take this particular station. The station code will be there, the start date from which you want the entry to be done. For example, you want the entry from 1st November and you want the entry up to December, 1st December. Now, whatever RL of 0 gauge value you want to fix out here, you have to incorporate that value. For example, I want to keep it as 1110. Now, this is the datum of elevation, that is usually MSL. You can enter the MSL value out here. Then again, you have additional entries that you want to enter. You can enter those things as well. Please note the star mark fields are mandatory. You have to enter all these things. Until and unless you enter, you won't be able to save this particular page. Once you enter all these particulars of RL of 0 gauge, you also have this option of benchmark, that is reference benchmark number. The RL with respect to MSL, the distance, the secondary benchmark, the RL with respect to MSL, and the distance from this. The surveying or inspector officer name can also be done. If there's a resurvey that has been done, you can also write a reason. Why was this survey again done? There might be some reason for which that survey has been done again. So you can mention it out here. The name of surveyor can be mentioned. For example, who has done this particular survey. The designation of surveyor can also be incorporated. The name of inspecting officer and the designation of inspecting officer can also be done out here. Once you enter all these details, you have to then click on the save option that is on the lower left corner. Once you click on this, it will say success. Please note you have to save this particular thing, and until and unless it says success, save RL or zero gauge data means your data has been saved. Now you can enter the value for this particular station and for this particular time period. So for this particular station, the data that I have entered, I can then get the value for that particular station. Then I can proceed further with the entry part of it. So this is how, please remember, in network monitoring management, you have to then go to RL of zero gauge, and then you have to enter the RL of zero gauge value. Then you will be able to enter all those values out there. Now this was all about the sediment state summary part of it. This is what I also showed in my presentation as well. Now let's move on to the flow measurement. How to add the flow measurement part. Now out here also I mentioned out here, this is how the flow measurement part looks up. Now for flow measurement, we again have to go to network monitoring management part of it. Then we have to go to flow measurement as we were seeing in our presentation as well. Once we click on flow measurement, just be patient, let the page load up. In a similar fashion that we also saw for suspended sediment part of it. We have the station name for which we have to enter the flow measurement, the station code, the start date, and the end date. Let's take the similar example that we've taken out here as well. That is Chanbara. I'm taking the same example for that so that it is easier for you also to look into the presentation and then follow step by step. Let's take the similar example then. Chanbara. The station code, we are taking the same station code, and 2018 to 2020. If we enter for a particular, say, date from today till, say, December, we'll see there's no entry out here. Let's see, there's an entry. Yeah, even for this particular date, there is an entry out here. In our presentation, the date was taken as 2018 to 2010 20. All those entries has been done for this particular period of time. Only one entry has been done. Let's take that entry, and we'll be getting of what all entry has been done at that point. This was from 5th. Now up to 12th. Now once we enter all these values for which we want to enter the value or incorporate the value, then we have to click on the search part of it. Once we click on the search part, let the page load up. Once the page is loaded up, you can see all these values will automatically come up. Now what all values will we get out here is first this